everybody, I'm the Pigglesworth. Welcome back to Decidedly Vanilla. Here we are where we last left the scene of the crime, tearing up the underside of the base so that we can turn everything into ice highways. Now I'm going to be honest with you, the way that we ended last episode, after I filmed that episode and I came over here and that is weird how it looks so foggy. Did I turn something down? Yeah, I think I did. Okay, that might be what it is. I've got a secret project I've been working on in the background, and I had to turn my render distance down for it. So, yeah, you'll eventually find out what it is. Once I start putting out this secret project, then I'll go ahead and address what in the world that is. But for now, you know what? Because we're here, let's do this. Let's do this thing. It'll take it forever to load, but why? But who cares, right? We turned up the render distance. But anyway, I kept messing with different things. I tried out this some of this regular ice instead of the blue ice to see if I could slow the boat down. And I'll be honest with you, it seems like no matter what I do, I even tried like swapping out some of these blocks in here for solid blocks. So it could be like a brake. It would slow you down. It'd be like every other block was ice. It still didn't work. You get going so fast that your boat gets out of control and you start like spinning around and slamming into stuff, and it's crazy. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this highways that I can run on. That'll be probably how I normally navigate them, because running on them does help you speed up. And I'll probably have boats that I can use on it, you know. But when I'm on camera, I probably won't use boats that much, because you spin, you lose control. It makes you so sick. But look at this. I've got all these shulker boxes over here. Now, if I'm not mistaken, they're still full of junk. That one's empty. Yeah, I got all kinds of random stuff in there that I need to swap out, because I've got a huge mega project. And look at there, we have got ourselves redstone and iron. Now I also need to make a run over to the iron farm and gather up as much iron as possible, because I hear whenever 1.14 comes out that we may lose functionality of our iron farm. So I need to start stashing a little bit of iron away. Iron away now. Let's go and grab ourselves a boat, because we are going into the nether, because we are going to go over and look at something that I've been up to between episodes. So, where we last left off, we had gone way far out, and I was going to try and build an ice farm way far away from here. And I built a whole bunch of like trays, like just squares in the ground, and filled them up with water. Some of it was freezing and some of it wasn't. And I did a little bit of research, and I found out that the biome that these icebergs float in, I think it's called cold ocean. The problem is water won't freeze there. So the frozen ice that you saw, of course, I guess all ice is frozen, right? There goes an existential philosophical argument we could start. But all of the ice that you saw, apparently it's like naturally generated that way. It doesn't refreeze. So I had to run around a little bit and find a nearby biome that would let me make ice, which I did. It wasn't too far away. It was about 150, 200 blocks from that spot. Now there's this random little boat this is what's crazy. I've seen this thing here for a while. I've never known what's here. There's no signs or anything. Now there's a sign down here. We're going to explore together and find out what in the world this is. But it says, please supply 1 flower to the farm when you use it. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to tell you something. What is this? Okay, there's a boat there. I guess that's like a little boat storage. Let's pop this down. Where'd it go? Did I not put the boat down? This is weird. Let's do this. Let's log out and log back in. Now the boat's in my hand. I want to place the boat down. There it goes. We must be getting a little bit of lag with the server. Yeah, now it's going to act all wonky crazy. Okay, let's hop out, smack you, place it back down. There we go. But look at all these clay pots. Somebody went through here with an awful lot of clay pots to make this little ice highway, which is crazy. Now, we just zoomed by where we're going to stop. We're a terrible fortress. Oh, apparently I've never made it to a nether fortress in this. In this? Oh, world? What is this about? Oh my gosh, what did I just do? What? Oh, it's like a wither farm, I bet. Oh, look, there's string. So I walk around, and it's supposed to be where, like, the wither can see you, I guess. And then follow you over here, and you smack it. That's what it looks like. All right, so let's go ahead and hop back in the boat. Can we turn around? Yeah, okay. I didn't know if it would give us room to turn around here or not. So what is this right here? Oh, somebody... Oh, hang on. This is just crazy weird. So there's skeletons. This is inviting gas to shoot us in the face right here. Oh my. What does this say? Blaze farm. Did we have a blaze farm? I didn't know we had a blaze farm on this server. That's crazy. Crusher on off. Push to turn on off lava spawners. Okay. Wow. Learn something new every day, right? But let's go ahead and go back this way. Yeah, let's just not go exploring anymore because we don't want to die here. We don't want to die here. We're trying to film stuff, Piggy. And, let's see, is it this way? I think so. See what I mean? How it's so sensitive when you get turned around? Now, the cool thing here is if you whoop, hop out real quick, you immediately stop. I love that. We're going to go ahead and break this. Now, I had set up a portal. I'd originally set up a portal in the overworld on the ice farm that you saw me working on. And it made a portal right here, but it was down below. So I connected this. And then when I had to move to a different biome, I went ahead and made a different portal. No matter what I tried and do, I could not get this portal to synchronize. It kept wanting to synchronize a portal over there. I had one of my members in my Discord channel try to help me figure out how to get these portals to synchronize, but it looks like they're just too far apart. Now, the member that helped me is Harafin. Thank you so very much, sir. And if you're scratching your head going, Discord, what are you talking about? Well, look down in the description of this video, and you'll see a link to my Discord channel. You can come over and hang out. We're going to hop through here, and I'm going to show you what I've been up to off camera. It's no big deal. I've just got myself an ice farm going. So I built this. It's a nice, safe little zone that we can stand in. It's just got your basic trays of ice. This one's... Uh-oh. Let's see here. Maybe we can... Will that water source work, or are we going to have to add more? I have to add more. Let's just break it. Break it up, you guys. Break it up. Will this work? Is that going to fill up all the way? No, I don't think I brought any buckets with me. But anyway, I'll come over here and show you what I'm talking about. So, anything that is in an ice biome, but there's a solid block over it, the water won't freeze. So I have underneath this spruce plank line, I have water here. Gotta watch out for them spiders. And then I have water right here. And so once it all freezes, you can break the ice. Don't break the ice. That was a fun game when I was a kid. You break the ice, and then all of these different water sources will fill the tray back up for you. It's really, really cool. What I went and did was a little bit of decoration, just added a little bit of light, a bed, just, you know, somewhere where we can have manual ice collection. But I also want to do something else here. I want to build something that I built about a year and a half ago, and I was actually going to use it in my solo Let's Play world. And because I haven't gotten back to that world, I figured, you know what? Let's go ahead and utilize this this ice farm design. Let's go ahead and put this thing into play. Put it in the world where other people can see it, and so that you guys can see it. There's no point in inventing something if you're just going to let it sit, right? And I actually have another invention that I've been working on for like 2 or 3 years, and I've pretty much had it working. But I've just like not stopped and gotten it released to the general public, which is also something I need to do. But not today. Not today, sir. Today, we are going to... See, watch. See how the water flowed all the way over there? Now that stinking block over there is stopping. No, okay, good. Okay, good. We got it all. So this is going to be just like, you know, standard basic manual collection, but at the same time, I want to make myself an AFK ice farm. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go in that general direction. We're basically going to tear out the back. I've got dirt right now, but we're going to remove the dirt from the back of the portal, have a little chamber that you can stand in, and on the other side of that, I'm going to have myself an ice farm. Now, some of these mobs you can hear are actually underneath the ground. I need to go and light that up as well. But that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be working on a really, really cool AFK ice farm. So I've got to run back to base, fill up all those shulker boxes full of materials and stuff that I need, redstone and all kinds of crazy stuff. And then we'll come back over here. And what I'm going to do is the ice farm is modular. So I'm going to build one module of the ice farm and bring you back and kind of let you see it and see how it works. And then get to the headache of building the rest. Okay? So y'all just sit tight. Y'all just hang out right here. If you want to just bounce around on the bed or something, just hang out right here. I'm going to go back to base and get my stuff, and I will meet you back over here in just a moment. All right, everybody. I have got myself a safety zone. Safety zone. Highway to the safety zone. Is that how that song was supposed to go? Basically, it's on the other side of this portal. Now, what I did, I'm going to show you this real quick, and then we'll go over there and look. There's something crazy that I have my back to, so you couldn't see it. I think there's no mobs out here. I think we're safe. Oh, you kind of saw something. So I've put this little skirting all the way around the edge, like this. It's a half slab, so nothing can spawn up there. But what this is going to do, I kind of got this idea from when I was playing SevTech, and I wanted spiders to stay out of my build. This is going to keep, like a spider's going to try and climb up this wall, and he's going to hit his head right there and not be able to climb in. So that's going to allow us to keep this area safe so you can even be out here at night. Now, I can't help you if phantoms are swooping down and trying to smack you in the face. I can't stop that. Nobody can except you by sleeping in a bed, which I will have through this portal. There's going to be like a room and stuff so that you can store some things, sleep in a bed, just different stuff like that. There's going to be some storage and stuff in there. But this is supposed to be where you can basically run around in this area day or night, and you don't have to worry about mobs getting you. But let's go over here and look at this crazy monstrosity that's going to be redstone. Whoop. Check that out. That looks like a mess, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Now, trust me, everything's there for a reason and a purpose. I'm actually pretty proud about this build. Usually my builds are like a mess, like an absolute wreck of redstone, but I've managed to get something that does what I want it to in what I feel like is a fairly compact build for what it does. Now, this is only one module. There's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 modules, and then 4 more on that side. So we're basically going to end up with 8 of these ice farms that all go up to a central point, and those will push to a central point that will basically have like a walkway right here that gets you up to that central point. So the way this thing works is we have these pods that are up here that have infinite water sources in them that can freeze. So I'm going to see if I can explain this. Now, I'm not going to go through explaining all the redstone because it's just kind of crazy. But see, right here we have, there is a water source right there and one right there. And it's covered by a solid block so it can't freeze. And this water is exposed to the air. See? So it can freeze. So what ends up happening is this piston is going to push forward, and if there's a space, it's going to push the ice block forward, which is eventually going to end up here. That piston will push it up. This will push it forward, and on and on and on. And I can't remember how many pods I have on each side. We've got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Uh-oh, how did that end up right here? Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no. Please tell me I didn't just mess up all my redstone. The water ran down there. Oh, I think it's okay. Oh, my gosh. That was close. Oh, man, oh, man. Now I went through to reload this machine because I tested it and I wanted to see if it would work, and then I busted out all the ice that came out the top, and I came back through here and placed solid blocks of ice because I didn't want to wait for it all to freeze. So that might be, but see, you can see like, well, that one's not frozen yet. Let's go ahead and boop, we'll replace that. So that's probably where that secondary block of ice came from. Yeah, I got to be careful. I need to use my Silk Touch pickaxe to break the ice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there are 14 per machine, and there's 8 machines. So if I'm thinking my math is correct, that means that there's 96 pods to make ice. Now this thing looks impressive when you first turn it on, because usually this will have been sitting for a while and will be full of ice blocks. Basically there will be 96 ice blocks ready to purge out of the machine, and then after that the machine will run and run. And what's really cool is if this is water, that piston will push forward and then it'll retract. The water will go back and it will become a an infinite water source again, and you know, it'll just keep doing that over and over and over again until this water randomly freezes, and then it'll get pushed through. So after the first 96 blocks make their way through the system, then it kind of slows down a little bit, but you still get a fairly, you know, decent stream of ice coming in. So I'm going to let the sun go down for a moment because I also want to show you this. So, I can't remember in which Minecraft update it was, but redstone started getting very laggy because it does a lot of different things. One of the things it does is light updates. So, if I'm in a dark area like this, and let me see here. I know I have a torch around here somewhere. We'll just make one. How about that? There we go. We get ourselves a redstone torch. So notice how it's dark over here? See how that lit up and then shuts off? So redstone makes light updates. Light updates can cause serious lag spikes. So if I ran a redstone signal through here with this being dark, all this being dark, it's going to cause lag spikes. So what I'm doing is I'm placing light sources. They have to be far enough away that it doesn't melt the ice, but at the same time illuminates all the surfaces for two reasons. One reason is so that we don't get any mobs spawning all over the machine, and the second reason is so that we don't have to worry about light updates. So that's why you're going to see a whole bunch of lights around this build. I'm going to go ahead and hop in the bed here so we can make it daytime since I don't have this area lit up. And what we're going to do is I am going to place a piece of redstone dust right here. That is going to allow this clock to start feeding power to this machine. And we're going to watch right up there at the top. We're going to start getting ice blocks coming out. So there goes the machine. It's turned on. Check that out. Isn't that cool? See all the pistons, they push up and then forward, up and then forward. So see, we can see this. It's going to push forward. Push the ice block over. That'll push up, and this. So these push forward first to make room for those to push up. It was a little tricksy at first when I first built this to try and figure out the proper timing. But basically, that's going to push to a piston limit, which, if I'm not mistaken, is 12 or 13 blocks. I can't remember. But what's really awesome is wherever the piston pushes ice blocks, on the other side. Let me go ahead and shut this off and I'll show you, because this will cause slight bits of lag even though we've got everything lit up, because there's just so much stuff happening here at the same time. So see where this piston would push an ice block forward this way? Okay, so let's line ourselves up here and look straight up and see right there, that block right there, that is a furnace. Is it that one? Oh no, that one right up there. That one right up there is a furnace. So basically, wherever a piston is going to push a block of ice, I have a furnace to stop it. So basically, this machine can keep running even if it gets backed up. If it's completely full of ice, and I have not broken any of these blocks, The pistons will still try to move, and if they're all backed up, they'll just sit still. I don't have to worry about pistons pushing ice blocks into the machine and breaking the machine, which is awesome. So it's like, it's a foolproof design is what it is, which is just awesome. So now what I have to do is I have to build this a whole bunch more times. And then after I do that, I have to build the mechanisms that's going to move all the ice blocks to a central location, to a central room, and then a whole collection system and everything else, which is just going to be absolutely insane. So I've got a lot of building still to do. This one took me about one evening, partially because I haven't built this in so long. Like I said, it's probably been about a year since I actually came up with this design. I've just been sitting on it, and I figured it's time to actually go ahead and use it. We need ice. Let's go ahead and make ourselves an ice factory kind of ordeal. So I'm going to get to building more of this, and I'm going to see how much I can build before I run out of time to put this episode out. So let's see. You guys put down in the comment section how many segments. There's 8 in total. How many segments can Piggy get built before he runs out of time for the episode? All right. So y'all sit tight, get your comments, hit pause so you don't see it. Put your comments down below and then unpause it. We're gonna go with the honor system, and let's see who can get the closest to how many modules I'm gonna get built. All right, everybody. I hope you have your comments and your guesses down below, because it's time for the grand reveal to find out who's correct. You ready? How many did I make? Whoa! This is the first time I've looked at this from over here. This looks insane. It almost looks like an amusement park roller coaster ride or something. That is crazy. Now, eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up like a faux wall right in this area that's going to kind of look like a giant iceberg or something, just to block that off. But there's going to be a very specific way that I have to build it. But look, I got all 8 of these done. This is crazy. This took me like an entire week to build this. Now, luckily, I had all the materials that I needed, so that was awesome. That didn't slow me down. It was just this very slow, laborious process of building each of these little modules and making sure that they all fit and function. And then, like I said before, I've gone through and made sure that I've lit everything up in such a way that we're not going to get a whole bunch of lighting update problems. Let me look at this real quick. How did I do that? Oh, that's what it is. I'm looking at these over here going, you know, these are a little dark. We need to light them up just a touch. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Well, I don't know. These look fairly lit up. I think they're okay. I think most of the lag we're going to get now is just the fact that we're getting, oh gosh, I didn't even count. It's probably 4 stacks to 6 stacks of pistons. So maybe 200 to 300 pistons. Just a few pistons going on. Yeah. And you can see where I've tested everything. I've got an ice that's meeting up in the middle. Well, let's go ahead and turn this on, just so we can see what the lag's going to be like. Ooh, look at that frame rate dropping. Are those moving over there? See, you're not going to see movement if there's a bunch of ice. Like, basically, these things push up and forward, so it's really awesome because each one of these modules, if they make a piece of ice, say this one makes a piece of ice down here, it will up, forward diagonally. Even if there's nothing else in there, that one piece of ice will eventually make its way up to the top. So however much ice each of these makes, once it makes it to that diagonal central part, it will make its way up and over to the player. So that's really, really cool. Let me see here. Do I have any? Nope. Oh, there it goes. I was going to say, you know, it is awful quiet for a lot of pistons. I am not hearing a bunch of racket going on. Let's see here. Maybe we can toss this and not fall. Okay. Okay, that'll work. We can hop up here and kind of take a look at everything. See, like all this stuff is backed up with ice. But let's do this. Let's break some ice out of there and we can kind of see it. See, it pushes forward. That one goes up. That one goes up. And then that'll push forward. And it slowly purges itself. All the ice slowly makes its way out. I mean, you can see how we're just like, we're just up here collecting ice. Look at that. And I don't even have the collection point built yet. which is going to be amazing. Now, when I originally came up with this design, I created a collection point up here at the top. But that's kind of silly to have. And it just recently dawned on me, I need to push this ice downwards into this big open area and make a collection point down there. Now, I'll show you why. See, whenever you're playing Minecraft and you want water to freeze to ice, the water has to be exposed to the sky. Like if I put even if I put a block of glass right here, it would stop that water from freezing. See, that's why I've got this double half slab on that spot and on that spot. It keeps these two water sources from ever freezing, and as that piston retracts, it creates a new water source that has a chance to freeze. So whenever I build the facade right out here that's going to be ice, I can build it any way I want, but the topmost part of that iceberg cannot reach past this point right here. If it reaches over this spot right here, then this will be blocked from the sky and it will never freeze. Now, I could do little tricks like as I got up to the top, maybe certain edges of the iceberg reached over in this area and certain sections had like holes busted in them, so that if I stood down here, I could see the iceberg reaching over, but then I would see all these little holes in it so that each water source could see the sky. But I'm going to kind of, you know, see how this one's empty? It's because it's slowly trying to make its way up. All that ice up there is full now, and so that's why no more ice is moving. Everything's like jammed up right now. It's like we threw a monkey wrench in the system and it just clogged up all the gears. But that's going to be today's project. We have got 50% of the ice farm built. So let's get the ender pearl out of my hand. So the next thing I'm going to have to do is get a way to push all of this ice to a central location. We're going to push it downwards, and we're going to push it towards a chamber that's going to be somewhere right in here. And the chamber is going to be somewhere that you as a player can walk into and stand with a silk touch pick, and you can break the ice. And in real life, you can just like put a heavy book on the mouse or something and walk away. And it'll be AFK, which means away from keyboard. So your character can collect ice, collect ice. Now here's the thing. See how it says durability of 1370 out of 1561? Now I've got Unbreaking 3 on it. So what Unbreaking does is, basically what that durability is saying is I can break 1,370 more blocks before this pickaxe runs out of durability, and then it breaks. But with Unbreaking, sometimes when you break a block, the durability doesn't go down. So technically I could break more than 1,370 blocks. But let's say that I have this Silk Touch pick. It has a sure thing of 1370 that it can break. Well, what you got to be able to do is make a way for this machine to count how many blocks of ice you break, and then shut the machine down before you go over that number, whatever that number is. Maybe I only had an iron pickaxe with Silk Touch, or maybe my durability was low and I wanted to AFK here. I didn't want to go repair my pickaxe first. So I've got a variable system that counts how much ice you have collected and has a safety switch to shut everything down whenever you've collected it. So that's the next thing I've got to build. Now I've got an old school design that used a lot of pistons and a lot of repeaters and crazy stuff, but I've recently kind of like a new idea popped in my head that I'm going to try out. So I'm going to see if I can work that circuitry out, and once I can get that worked out, we'll come back over here, build that little chamber, we'll get the ice facade on the front of it, and we'll be able to call this a done project, which will be just awesome. And then once I get all of this stuff done, what I'm going to try and do is build this ice farm in a creative world and then make it available for download for anybody that would like to actually put this ice factory in their own world or their own build. Or maybe you just want to like be able to see it for yourself and fly around and look at it and go, yeah, Piggy, you're crazy? I'm not building that. But that's going to be today's episode. If you enjoyed today's episode, please click that like button. And if this is your first time watching and you're not subscribed and you want to be, well, don't let me get in your way. Here, let me move. You go ahead. Hit that subscribe button. And if you want YouTube to notify you whenever new videos come out, whether it be Decidedly Vanilla or anything else I release, don't forget to hit that notification bell. You'll get like an 80% chance that YouTube will go, oh, you wanted to see this, didn't you? Well, here, let me release this. Oh, you know what? Oh, these were markers. So these can now go. So I'm going to have to get me some half slabs and place there, just so we can get rid of those markers. That's my starting point, so I knew how to line everything up. But thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to gather up all the stuff that I need to get ready for next episode, and that's when I hope to see you, is in the next episode of Decidedly Vanilla.